Here's another dev update for what I'm calling PNW, this RPG game. Anyway, so what I've worked on is this past week is some tooling. Um, I have a lot of these like random events in like a JSON file, and one thing that I learned a while back was like, all right, well, like it helps to have some sort of tools like a level builder or event builder. So that's what I did with Google Spreadsheets. I love this because it's really easy to customize. And yeah, basically here's a sheet for easily creating new types of events in the game. You basically fill out a line with an ID, an image URL where the image will live. Right now I'm using Discord. It previews it if you want to kind of see it. Oops, previews it there. Description of the event, type. There's two types of events right now: farm, or three types: weather, character gained, farm days. There's a weighting, so you can weight events to see how often they occur. -1 means they overpower and like they take advantage, take priority. But then if you have multiple positive weights, then it starts to weigh them in relation to each other. Then what's pretty cool, I'm pretty happy with this, is I have like these requirement columns. So these are the requirements for that type of event to be triggered. Start game. The format is, an emoji to represent the resource, which is the day, the count, and has to equal 0. And if all those requirements are met, then it goes into the stack of possible events with accounting for weight. And then if this event is chosen, then here are the player deltas that occur. You can see it increments the day count by 1, sets your water count to 10, sets the resource of water to be is discovered, and thirst cooldown goes into -1, which is off. Here's another event. This one's just strange sounds, gunshots. This happens randomly when the day count is greater than or equal to 1. Again, most events, they just increment the day counter. Some of them, like Happy Day, this one only occurs when you actually have a well built, a water well, and if you have not discovered the morale resource yet. And if you do that, then this event is eligible and it will go into the bucket. And then if it hits, it'll increment the day counter, it'll increase morale by 1, and it'll set it's discovered for the morale resource to true. And resources, they can be accumulated or modified even if they're not discovered, but they'll only be revealed to the player once they're discovered. And this is kind of a way to stair-step complexity into the game. So at first, you don't even worry about morale, but eventually that's now a resource that goes into play. So at some point, if I start to collaborate with people, like I could see, a spreadsheet. This is kind of where they could add events and stuff. You basically download this into a CSV file, and then I have a script which turns it into a game. I also have the same concept for options. So these are options in the game. Things like repair the well, the title, the emoji that represents it, the option type. Right now there's just two options: farm and craft. Description, completed text. This will eventually be AI generated at some point, but for now, just stand-in, hard-coded. Requirements, same concept. So for this option, you have to have a water well count of 0. Requirements are for that option to even be revealed, and then there's cost. So to repair your well, it takes a tree count of -2 and supplies -1. And if you do that option, then you get rewards. It gives you a water well count of 1. It discovers the water well resource. It sets thirst to cool down to 0. Something like collect rainwater. This has an emoji of water. It gives you some flavor text, collected some rainwater, but not much. And cool thing is, one of the requirements is the most recent event type must equal weather rain. So this option only appears right after it rained recently. Again, it costs 1 wood, and rewards, you get 2 water from that. So this is, just initial options and events, but this is going to make it a lot easier to add events to the game and options to the game. And then that way, as I start to have people playtest this, I'll be able to, tweak these things. And it's too hard to collect rainwater. Okay, let me decrease the cost, or this event stranger encountered is not happening that often. Okay, let me bump up the weight and try it again. This is what I've mostly been working on. I did do some more progress on gameplay, but I'm actually going to hold off on showing that for the next devlog. So overall, just really excited with how this turns out, and I'm almost at the point where I can have people play play test the initial, like 5 minutes of the game.